Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin and I wanted to make another video today talking about another 10 things to do instead of spending money. I'm really trying to focus on these myself and getting the right mindset for my no-buy. Dog is trying to escape now, the door's been closed over because my kids are playing with their friends and they're in and out and in and out and in and out. The number of interruptions is insane. But yeah, so number one is to take some free online courses. I know that the Open University and Harvard also do free online courses, so you can study all these random subjects that interest you or that might prove useful for your job or for a future career idea, or just to pass the time. And I know that Domestika also had an offer on where it was like you get a free month and you can cancel before they charge you. I don't know if that is still active, but you could have a look and see if there's something similar online, because I'm sure there's tons of free courses you can do, and it's a good way to kind of like develop new skills and just educate yourself on subjects you don't know much about. Number two is to make your own sweets. We've done this before with like peppermint candy, and I really wish I could find the recipe for it again because I loved it, my kids loved it, but I cannot find the exact recipe we used. It was so easy to make. It was basically like food coloring, sugar, and I can't even remember what else was in it, but it was really, really simple. And then you just sort of shatter it whenever it's cooked and keep it in a jar. And yeah, I'll have to have another scour of the internet to try and find that recipe again because my kids loved it. But there's so many different kinds of sweets you can make. I've made my own truffles before. I've made my own peanut butter cups, and that was actually quite easy and satisfying to do. And you can make, like I've mentioned before, chocolate bark's really easy because you're just melting chocolate and then adding toppings. And you can make all kinds of hard sweets. We've also made biscuits before where you cut the center out of the cookie and you put in like a smashed up hard sweet, and then it sort of melts in the oven and resets so it looks like a little stained glass window. Those were really cool. Number three is to write a letter to your future self. I actually wish I'd done this whenever I was younger because it would be interesting to read it now, and I haven't really kept journals from a long time ago. Just because I wrote so much, I didn't feel like I could keep it all, and it was taking up a lot of space, and I've moved around a lot and stuff. So, but I just think it would be interesting to read in the future and have something from your former self. And it would be kind of interesting to write a letter to your past self as well, to tell them all the things you wish that they knew starting out like 10 or 20 years ago, or longer even. Number four is to start a gratitude jar where you just take little pieces of paper. Just use a jar. What is my dog doing? Just use a jar that you already have in your house. You don't have to buy one for this. Just get little pieces of paper and each day make a point to write one thing on it that you're grateful for, and you can add it to the jar, and then at the end of the month you can sit and read through them all. And I just think it would make you feel thankful for the things that you have, and it would be like a positive practice that makes you feel good about your life. Number five is to go somewhere just to see the sunset or sunrise. I really love catching a sunrise or a sunset, but I don't actually see it that often because I tend to just be busy in the house at those times of the day. But it can be really nice to go out specifically to see it, like go for a walk to see the sunset, or go somewhere early in the car or on the bus and bring your breakfast with you and just sit and make that an activity in itself and watch it and take photos if you're into photography as well. Number six is to plant a mini garden in a container. I've done this before with my kids with fairy gardens, and you could do it just with things you have lying around the house. Like you can make it however you want it to be. You can find stones and soil, plant little plants or seeds. We've grown grass in them before and just like made like a little washing line out of string, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can make it like an actual mini garden, or you can do a fairy garden and just challenge yourself to do it with the things that you already have in your house or your garden. Number seven is word searches, and I find them really soothing to do, but I don't really make enough time for it, and I probably should try and do it more often. you can print them off online, or you can just do them online, so you don't have to print anything off. You can also find really cheap books in newsagents and shops that have a whole selection of word searches, and places like the Works are really good for that if you have that shop. Because after Christmas time they're trying to shift all of the stock and all the gifts that they were selling before, and they do huge discounts, so you can get stuff like that for so cheap. Like you could get a book for £1 and it's filled with like 100 or several hundred like word searches, and it's just like a calming activity to do, and it doesn't require too much brain power, especially like around Christmas time whenever we're kind of all feeling frazzled. Number 8 is to try Tai Chi online. I had never tried this until I went to a really cool day at our local museum. They have a thing called Wellbeing Wednesdays, and I went during term time when my kids were in school once, and it was like they do Tai Chi in a room and with an instructor, and then whenever you're finished with that they do like a tour of the gallery and a talk about it, and it was a really lovely idea, and it was free. You had to book, but it was like free entry, and I really enjoyed the Tai Chi. It wasn't like something I thought that I would really love to do, but it was so like peaceful. Number 9 is to make some wool crafts, because if you do wool crafts you don't need many other supplies, and I don't mean anything complicated by that. I mean things like you could try making pom-poms, you could try making little worry dolls, or just lollipop dolls where you use like lolly sticks and wool and decorate them. And we did this before with washi tape that we had, just drawing little faces and hair and stuff on them, and it was a cute activity to do. My kids made these little like wool hats using toilet roll tubes recently to hang on the tree, and if you just look online there are so many wool crafts you can do where you don't need to be able to knit or crochet, but it's just like it's a cheap activity to do, and most people probably have some wool lying around somewhere. Number 10 is to watch videos on consumerism, just to kind of open your eyes to it and see how like damaging it is and how it permeates our whole society and we don't even realize it. And I find watching videos like that really gets me in a frugal mindset. It makes me not want to spend money. It puts me off going near shops and corporations, and it just is a really good motivator for whenever you're trying to save money, and it's a nice way to pass the time too. There's so many great content creators online that talk about it, and they're really well informed, and it's just an interesting topic to explore in detail. I hope these ideas are helpful to someone, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I will make another video soon. Bye.